Hi guys, welcome back to the news, my country people. The unrest in Plateau State, the violence in Plateau State has taken another turn, and now it seems that it has turned into a religious crisis or an ethnic crisis because they are now targeting churches and mosques. Imagine, churches are being burnt down, mosques are being burnt down amid the curfews that was imposed in the state by the state governor. Now, in the central Plateau state, violence and killings have been on the rise, with the latest incident occurring in Mango, where cattle wandered into a road, obstructing traffic and triggering a series of violent confrontations, which resulted in the death of 18 individuals. And yet, this escalating tensions now has led to the destruction of mosques and churches in the region. Yet, the state governor had imposed the 24-hour curfew in Mango to curb further violence. But expectations have been made for the solemn occasions of burials, allowing the community to bid farewell to those who lost their lives. And I can tell you that the central region of Plateau State has been boiling over inter-communal tension with you can see the religious and the ethnic strife there. This violence started in Mango, Plateau State, following an unsuccessful attempt by armed thieves to steal Fulani cattle. And this chaos ensured that the cows escaped during the altercation, leading to death and destructions of both Christians and Muslims communities. These are targeted places of worship, and this has really caused further unrest. Yet, despite the curfew, we've been getting, reports that there've been violence. So many people are being killed. Now, the clashes in Mango in Plateau State are unrelated to the political unrest that is witnessed in Just, where police fired a tear gas at some politicians that were trying to gain access to the local state assembly. And I can tell you that this has really gotten out of hand. The people of Plateau State are yet to, regain themselves from the shock they experienced, before the Christmas, that's during the Christmas season. A day before Christmas, tragedy struck in Plateau State, where over 200 persons were killed. It was a massacre. And yet the security agencies came, the army general and all of that, chief of defense staff, they all went to Plateau State to visit the people, to also, send their condolences to them. Some senators, the Nigerian senators, even made a vow. They pledged that they would donate their 1 month salary to these people, to the people in the communities, to help them, to get back on their feet. Till date, we've not heard anything from them. Yet the Nigerian military, the general said, oh, what happened in Plateau State was the devil's handwork. How was it the devil's handwork? They promised heaven and earth. They set up a police squad in collaboration with the Nigerian army, that they would, keep the state safe. They would look out for any terrorist hideout whatsoever. Yet this incident has repeated itself again. Barely after, it is barely over 1 month. It is not even up to a month where by tragedy struck in Plateau State. And the one that happened during the Christmas Eve, those people are yet to be brought to the book. The perpetrators of those evil are yet to be caught. There are no questions being asked. And when you listen to interviews from people in the communities, like in the Mango local government area in Plateau State, some of them will tell you that they know these people, those perpetrating this evil, they know them. Now, how come these people have not been caught? How come they've not been brought to the book? It's obvious that the perpetrators of these evils, they have people that are sponsoring them and people that are covering them up. If not, why is it that the army are yet to identify these persons? And the violence and the tension keeps on growing further and further. Now, it has now turned into a religious and an ethnic violence. And we know that Plateau is a state whereby Muslims, the Muslims reside there, and Christians also they stay in Plateau State. So the communities are mixed with both Christians and Muslims. And here we have it, that a lot of tensions has really, taken over the state. Here, there is currently tension in the Mango Ward 1 of Plateau State over fresh killings and religious conflicts in Plateau State, the north central Nigeria. It was reported on Tuesday that a religious crisis had started after the Church of Christ in Nations in the state was set ablaze by some hoodlums. And it was learned that the rampaging armed men touched church buildings and attacked those that were perceived to be Christians in Mango, Plateau State, thereby forcing residents to flee for their lives. And it was gathered that the unrest persisted until Wednesday as some men armed with machetes continued to attack and kill residents of the state. And in a video that was obtained by news reporters, a group of armed men was seen attacking a man and cutting his neck until he was killed. And this tragic incident occurred in broad daylight. And yet, these people that are perpetrating these evils are yet to be caught. So, my country people, it is so terrible. It is unfortunate that the Plateau states are yet to, Plateau State is yet to recover. They are yet to recover from the shock experienced last year, and yet more evils are still repeating itself over and over again. I really hope that this unfortunate incident will not occur in Plateau State. See, the security authorities, they need to really gear up. They need to gear up by ensuring that all these perpetrators are being brought to justice to prevent any further escalation of the situation, because it seems that they are mocking the Nigerian security agencies. After all the promises they've made, yet another attack is still going on and nobody has been caught. So it seems that they are daring the Nigerian military to do their worst, yet nothing has been done. And it is so painful. It is so painful that this thing keeps reoccurring over and over again, and yet nobody has been caught. That is why we see all these things repeating itself again. So, my country people, I think it has gotten to a point whereby they will now declare, Nigeria. I don't even know what to say, because people are dying on a daily basis, and what is being done? Nothing is being done. I don't really know what's happening, because these killings, this burning of church and mosques seems to be politically motivated. If not, I don't see any reason why one person have not been brought to the book. I am really, really, sad over this crisis that is going on in Plateau State. It is really terrible, and the government, the security agencies, they have to fasten their belts to make sure all these things comes to an end. Guys, I'm dropping here.